Welcome back to Skyblock. Guys, in between episodes, I did something kind of terrifying. I AFK'd. If you don't know that acronym, AFK stands for Away From Keyboard. I spent some time in this world, not at my computer. My goal wasn't just to collect mob drops, which mission accomplished. I have multiple chests now of just mob drops galore. But my main goal was to see how much iron I could collect. And I basically was AFK for almost 24 hours. And you see I had to craft some blocks in between just to make sure we didn't run out of room. But that's becoming a problem quickly, actually. Look at, we're starting to get little chests popped up everywhere. And I think today it's time to start to tackle that before it becomes too big of a problem and too big of a task to manage. So here's what I'm thinking we have as a goal for today. Let's build up our storage room, at least start it. And I want to make a storage room that can kind of expand as we expand. So I think I'm going to actually use my sorting system design. It's not something I use a lot because it can get rather big, but in a world here by myself, I think that's going to look pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to start to design this, and I also think as I'm doing that, I might start getting some more villager trades going, because now that we've got all this iron, we could probably get some like armorers and toolsmiths and weaponsmiths going. So yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone today. Sorting system and storage, and also level up to some diamond gear. So I got myself a smithing table, and I need to pull one of these villagers out of the system there. And I just looked at it and realized we didn't exactly set ourselves up in a good way to do that. Let's see, can we open this and actually see them? Yeah, they're right there. So if I could get a minecart right into this corner, I think it would pick it up. However, our chest is currently in the way. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and kind of turn this chest and then install a little system to grab them out and bring them up. And we're actually gonna need a powered rail to do this. All right, if we put the powered rail there and then a lever there to power that, I think that will be okay. Oh, look at that. Items are coming out. We got to put that back down. All right, moment of truth. I'm going to go ahead and just pop this minecart in, and hopefully it snatches one of the villagers out of the corner there. We're going to find out. And, oh, there we go, straight away. Because it was angled up straight away, it's not getting powered to push him back out. Can we do it manually at least? Yeah, there we go. We'll get this guy out of the cart, and hopefully he goes over to the job straight away. Looks like he's heading there, and then let's just push him in. We are going to have to buy some garbage tools off of him for now, just to start to level him up so we can get to the diamond trade. Okay, we unlock the next level, and now he's actually trading for iron, which we have plenty of, so we might as well do it. And as far as these shovels go, I have no need for them. Okay, let's give him some iron. And we've unlocked, efficiency 2. At least that's better than what we have already. However, I'm going to keep my eye on the prize here. We're going to go for diamonds, so I'll buy these cheap stone pickaxes. And into the void those go. And a few more should level him up. He's actually locked up, though, and we're very close. So maybe I will buy one of these. That'll get him there. And there's our first diamond tool trade, a diamond axe. Let's get it. And it's efficiency 2. We can't afford to buy more and combine them. I'm going to go through a lot of emeralds today, though. Combine these up, and efficiency 3. All right. Could do the same thing with these iron pickaxes. We got the levels. Won't be needing this anymore. Even with efficiency 3, I'm kind of tempted to test out the cobblestone generator. Oh, that is much better. I actually have to wait for these to reform. It's so fast. And look how much cobble we got out of that. Amazing. All right, I'm hoping that gave him some time to unlock his trades. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. An even cheaper iron trade, which we will take advantage of for sure. And survey says there's our efficiency 2 diamond pickaxe, which we can afford to get a couple of them right now and combine together for efficiency 3. We're rocking diamond tools, peeps. Things are moving so fast. So that's it for this villager. He is now a master. That's all the trades he's going to unlock. I think with this one, it could have been a shovel, but this is good because these are my main tools that I'm using right now for chopping down trees and collecting cobblestone from the cobblestone generator. There may be some other trades that we can do as we're building up our storage unit. And you can see I've started to make some progress here, basically starting to lay this out. Let me explain how this is going to go. So first of all, I lifted this off the bottom floor quite a bit because I don't actually want my main base, my main world to be at the very bottom. All of this cobblestone slabbage is just for like an underground kind of area. Maintenance hatches and stuff will be throughout the world, and we can get down to certain things that we need to. But basically, this is all going to eventually get covered up. And this is the actual center of our storage room, and it's going to expand out in 4 different directions. We're going to have either a way into it from above or below. I'm thinking probably below. We'll see how that goes once I have a better idea of how I want to do it. And yeah, I didn't want to do just spruce. I wanted to actually come in here and do maybe some stone slabs as well. I think I want about a 5 wide on each one before chests start, and we're going to need a big kind of center area for the actual item elevators and things that might be going on, because I'm going to be sending items from our farms into the center and then out to get distributed into the sorting system. That's kind of the plan. We're going to need a lot of chests, a lot of hoppers. This is going to be a big material collecting day, which is why I wanted these diamond tools. And we got a new advancement. We got a stack of sugarcane farmed, put it in our inventory, and we got a lot more than that, actually. I'm going to turn all this into paper, I think, so that we can trade with the librarian. In fact, I think I'll pull another villager out of the system. I did fix this. I think I'm going to go for the mending trade straight away, because now that I've got efficiency 4 tools, I don't want to lose them. I want to keep them around. I'm just enjoying it way too much. And I think I'll get a bookshelf from this guy, and we can use that to make a new lectern. I think on this back row right here is where we'll do all of our librarians, and then the rest can go down that side and that side. All right, now that this is fixed, hopefully this pulls somebody out straight away. There we go. And all right, perfect. Head on over to your lectern. And what are the chances we get mending straight away? I can't wait to see. Here we go. Ah, look at the C1. That would have been epic. All right, but what we do need to do is this whole thing of swapping out the lectern over and over again. I always feel like I have to say this. This is Java, which means I cannot use a piston to retract that lectern and put it back. You Bedrock players have it easy. Ooh, Silk Touch is nice. But it's our standard conundrum. We got to keep our eye on the prize. This would be easier if I had a few more lecterns, actually. Because then what we can do is we can put them in our offhand and stand here and basically break and right click. And then it goes super fast that way. Oh, looting 3. I want it. Okay, we keep going. Oh, it's efficiency 5. Oh, it's painful to move on from that. There we go. Mending in 14. That is not bad. I will take it. Let's go ahead and lock that in. We'll just do the paper trade just so it's locked. And I need to get myself a book. Let's go ahead and break down one of these bookshelves. Perfect. And our first mending book acquired. In fact, we got 2 diamond tools. Let's get 2. And we'll put those on straight away. And I wonder, if we look at our statistics, well, let's say how many lecterns we've placed. Well, times mined works. 93. We had to place 93 of them. I guess minus that one in order to get the mending villager. I guess it's not bad, but it did feel like it took forever. And there should be some XP stored up in our furnaces over here. If I pull this out, we should get some XP and hopefully start to see our gear repaired here. And as usual, our pockets are full. All right, let's see if we grab some more, if we can get this thing fully repaired. Well, not quite, but I know another place that can repair it quick. Oh, right. When you AFK a lot, pigmen spawn in your portal and they wander back through to the nether where they will just stay. Okay, excuse me guys, it's a little crowded up here. All right, let's step into my office here and see if we can anger. Oh, hello. Anger these guys, make sure we're holding on to our tools. What are you doing in there, guy? And pickaxe repaired already. And here comes the axe. And done. That was quick. Of course, another good way to get XP is just do some trading with our villagers, and that helps as well. Oh, and look at this. He just unlocked the Looting 3 book. Wow. I'll take one, please. Ooh, I should really get a sword to put this on, shouldn't I? Hey, we're going to need a grindstone for that. Let's grab ourselves another villager. All right, he's got it now. Let's see if we can get him in the right cell. And again, we're going to have to buy some things we don't need. All right, another axe. Ooh, this one's got Silk Touch. Nice. And this should be the final level. Let's see what we get. Unbreaking 2. Okay, not bad. I'll actually take 2 of those and combine them. Not that we really need it. We're going to put Mending on. All right, Unbreaking 3 plus Mending plus Looting 3. Now, if we want to actively swing away at our mob farms, this will definitely help get us even more gold and more loot from here. One other thing that we could definitely use is Sweeping Edge, though, to kill more mobs at once. All right, we got sidetracked. It's easy to do here on Skyblock. We got to get back to building up our storage system. So before we can actually start to do a sorting system, we need something that we don't currently have, and that is quartz. So I'm going to have to use my farm to pull out a piglin and start to be able to do some bartering to get that quartz. So I do have a plan. Right now you can see all the piglins just run off, and it's going to be hard to go in and actually pull any of them out from there. Look at the line just waiting for me here. But there is actually a spawnable spot, and it's in an awkward place here. But if I get lucky, we could actually get a spawn right here. Let me go down here and I'll show you what I mean. So every once in a while, I come into this farm and there is somebody waiting for me just in this one block right here, which is surprising because there is a trapdoor in that block, but apparently they can still spawn there. And because of the height of this, they actually are just stuck. So if we get lucky enough to get a piglin in here, we could actually use it to barter with. And I think I'll like put it in a minecart or something so it won't go anywhere. But I did wear my gold so it won't get mad at me, hopefully. And now we just need to kind of like hang out on the ladder just out of range so we can get some spawns there. And we'll wait. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. That's taking way too long. So instead, I think I'm going to switch gears and actually head over to this crimson biome straight over here. And we'll hope that we can get some piglins spawning over there instead. I don't know if it's far enough to despawn all of this, though. So hopefully it is. All right, let's get on in here. And hey, little guy, I am still wearing my gold, so hopefully they're cool with me being here. Aha, there he is, and not mad at me at all. Excellent. Okay, let's see if we can get him in a cart. And cart. All right, don't fall off. Okay, great. Not sure what to do about you, guy. I just don't really want you pushing me around while I'm hanging out here. I want to go check out what's down there. Maybe climb that vine? Yeah, there you go. That's fun. Oh, you didn't see that, did you? Oh, and we will be able to get some new wood off of this island. Excellent. I do need to get my silk touch out here so we can grab some of these blocks, go take this maybe back to our actual starter island and grow some trees. Okay, so I brought some gold with me. Let's see if we can get the good stuff. What do you got for me, bud? Anything? Fire charge, okay. Ooh, ender pearls. Ooh, gravel. We've been needing this. Excellent. Some water bottles. Okay. Leather. Okay, I need quartz. I don't know if I told you that, but I came for quartz. Thank you. There we go. I just had to tell him. Nether quartz acquired. Perfect. You know, I didn't really come prepared for this. My pockets are quite full. And we got some crying obsidian as well. Nice. All right, I'll take my 6 nether quartz for now and head back, and I'm going to leave that water bottle because I don't have inventory space, nor do I need it. I think I'm going to make myself a little item frame and just put it on the portal right here. And that way, anytime I go in there, I can remind myself, do I need some gold boots if I'm going to go visit him? All right, this is going to be fun. It's finally time to make some redstone components. We need some comparators. I'll go ahead and I'm just going to make 2 for now because we also need to make some repeaters. And I'll make 2 of those. And then we're going to need a few more redstone torches, and we're going to need some redstone dust to set up our system. And that should be enough to do at least 2 item sorters just to kind of get things moving along here. And now what we need to do is kind of figure out how much space to leave, because if I do an item sorter off of this side and then I do an item sorter off of this side, they're going to kind of collide with each other. So I'm going to say 5 blocks in. I hope that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll start here and we'll see if that's enough space. And my idea is I want to put as many chests as I can just so that we can store a lot. And I want to be able to reach the very top chest. So I'm not sure if I'd actually be able to reach this one. We're going to go for it. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's about perfect. And then there's one in the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high is what we're going to do. That's going to be a lot of chests in this world. And also we're going to have a lot of hoppers as well. Hopefully my computer can handle this. I mean, it is just a solo world, so it's not like I'm lagging it out for other members of a server like I would be if I built something like this on Hermitcraft, but it should be fine for me. All right, we'll start to build my item sorter. I'll put a link in the description if you've never seen my item sorter. It's an overflow proof sorting system, and yeah, it works really well. It's been working for like over 8 years now, so I don't think it's ever gonna break, so you can trust it. And I just realized that when I counted 5, I was only considering the redstone itself that comes off the back of the chest, but the chests also stick out too, which means we messed up. We needed to actually go 7. All right, so I got the first slice completely set up here, and I want to do a quick demonstration in case you've never seen how this works. Basically, what we need to do is set this hopper right here to tell it what item to accept into this slice. So what we want to do is block off these 4 spots of the hopper so that only the first spot has the item that we're sorting. And the way I like to do that is just name an item so That way I know that, hopefully these never actually get in the system. Otherwise, it'll mess it up if these actually come in the hopper. So then from there, we can actually put in our rotten flesh, and this will store up to 41 in here. So if we put in 48, you'll see it drain all the way to 41. And then that's what we want. We actually want it set up just like this, because no matter how many rotten flesh come into this hopper now, it will never bleed the redstone signal further than this one slice right here, which is the way that it can handle it. If this thing fills up completely and it backs up all the way into this hopper, it will never actually ruin the slice next to it. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically we make sure that the redstone power coming out of this comparator never bleeds over. And that's what makes this overflow proof, which is a big deal. So anyway, now that that's in, we can put in items. Let's put in something else actually, just to demonstrate here. Gravel should not actually go through in here because it can't. It's blocked up, and it's going to end up continuing on past it and looking for another slice that it's actually programmed to fall into. And if we put in the rest of the rotten flesh, you'll see it's actually coming in and falling through. So that's how that works. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check out a tutorial that I did many, many years ago. Probably sounded, well, I know I definitely sounded way different back then than I do now, but it still works, and it's still worth a watch if you're curious. Oh, and I should probably show you that the rotten flesh actually makes its way down to the very bottom chest. So when that fills up, it'll start to kind of like work its way up. That's because we got hoppers all the way down the backside here. All right, I've got these situated now to where they are just touching corners right there, and it actually kind of makes this cool little corner thing that we could use as an entrance if we want to, and we could have that on each corner, and that would give us a way to still get like out of here. That could be kind of cool. I was also thinking it might be a good place to store like workstations, or maybe like a bulk storage situation for things that I'm going to get just an extreme amount of, but I don't know, 6 double chests feels like it should be fine. The next step would be to figure out how to start hooking up some of the things that we've already got going on so that it can already start to utilize the system. I got to make some choices here though, because right now I showed you guys here just having hoppers go across the top. We could do that, or we could try to do iceways, which means a whole another type of farm. And I think if I go way over there, there's a biome that I could potentially make an ice farm, and we could do iceways. However, with a hopper chain going across the top, we can put composters. I can't get up here. We can put composters across the top, and I think that will help reduce lag by putting a container item on top of these hoppers. So ultimately, that might be the better choice, although it will take a little bit longer for items to kind of travel all the way around the system. I mean, the idea is that we're going to pump items up, and it's just going to check each single slice to see if it can figure out where it goes. And if it makes it all the way to the end of the chain, it's going to have to just go into some kind of like garbage dump area of sorts. I don't know. But this is going to be kind of cool. I'm excited for this project. It's massive. So I think what I'll do is actually build up a little bit more, at least enough to store our mob drops, because when I AFK'd, that was the biggest problem, is we didn't have room to store it all. I have come back to get more, this time empty inventory, and in fact, I brought a chest here so we could actually store some stuff as we go. Let's see if we can get some more quartz. Ooh, soul sand. This will definitely come in handy. Oh, blackstone. There's a new block. There we go. There's the quartz we need, and 8 of them. Nice. More quartz. Wait, why is he shooting at me? Just because I stopped giving him gold? What happened? I'm wearing gold boots. That was weird. Oh man, that would have been a terrible way to lose my world. All right, we got a pretty impressive haul from that. And I got 51 nether quartz. That's what I really went for. But hey, look at it. I mean, a lot of other good stuff. Gravel's going to be nice. And I'll show you in a little bit why gravel's actually pretty important here in Skyblock. So I'm just going to set this aside for now. And let's get some more comparators made and everything else that we're going to need to continue expanding our storage system. So I've been thinking about how exactly we could hook up this mob farm to the storage unit there, and there's a couple ways we could do it. We could do hoppers and dropper elevators and things like that to move the items around and then lead them all the way up to the top and let them go through that hopper chain like I showed before. But then I started thinking we're going to have a lot of different things connecting to this central storage unit, and hoppers probably won't be able to process the items fast enough. which means we're going to have to go a different route, and we're going to have to utilize water and iceways and probably bubble vaders and things like that. But if we're going to do that, we need ice, and that means we have to shift our focus now to actually get over there and make an ice farm. So I guess we do have a pretty big project today. But an ice farm won't do us any good unless we can get Silk Touch. So here we go again. Oh, there we go. That didn't take long at all. Silk Touch acquired. All right, we'll go ahead and upgrade our pickaxe. There we go. Efficiency 4, mending, and Silk Touch. Perfect. All right, so I made my way out to this taiga biome out here, and I believe if we do go up to like 168 or so, we could definitely make an ice tray up above this. But I'm also looking out even further, and that looks even more promising. If we can find a colder biome, we won't need to go up as high to generate ice, and that might be the better way to go. So I think I'm going to continue bridging out to see what biome that's in, and hopefully we can just make an ice farm right there. All right, we made it all the way out here, and it's deep frozen ocean, which means we should be able to create an ice farm out here, no problem. Last episode, I asked you guys what you thought about these bridges and what we should do, if we should just go to the end and get our elytra and then not make these bridges and just fly everywhere we needed to. And it seemed like most of you are good with the bridges. It kind of makes the Skyblock experience, except we need to actually make them look good. And I think I have a plan for the future. For now, we're still kind of just using these temporary ones, and I will come back and clean it up. But in the future, I think we'll actually bridge out from lower and then have them look nice. And I have a way of making those bridges actually functionally pretty cool. So, and we'll try to make them look good, of course. I think I'll just take it nice and slow, and we'll continue to just progress, and we'll have fun with it. And then the dragon can wait. All right, I made myself a Silk Touch shovel, and now we can actually collect these. And we can, with this guy, go ahead and make a snowman if we want to generate even more snow, which we may do. Yeah, we might as well do it over here somewhere too as well. But first, we got to get this ice farm up and running. And this, I believe, is packed ice. So with our Silk Touch, yep, got to be careful though, because break one block and you could fall into the void. Ooh, and that one's actually blue ice. I don't want that to fall below. Let's try it, see if we can pull this off. We just break click. Nope, let's see. There we go. That worked. Nice. All right, I didn't go too crazy with this, but we needed to make sure we stayed within the frozen ocean biome. And we'll go ahead and start to fill this with water, and hopefully we'll see it start to turn to ice right away. Ooh, look at how blue the water is. It's actually really nice. All right, and I covered up this little diagonal over the center so this strip won't actually turn to ice, and that will make it so that when we break all the ice, it should reflood itself. So let's hang out here for a while, and we'll wait for some ice to form. Well, ironically enough, it doesn't seem like ice actually forms in a deep frozen ocean biome, which seems odd to me, but maybe there's a reason for it. They don't want the whole ocean freezing over. So we'll go back to plan B, and that is to just go up from the taiga biome. I know if I go up high enough, that will definitely form ice. And this whole thing is mob proof, so it doesn't hurt to just leave it here. We'll go make another one and hopefully make it even bigger. That's definitely better. Starting to see ice forming right away. And look at this. We got a great view of our base down there. Look at how big this storage system is going to be. All right, let's collect a little bit of this. And I'm already wanting depth strider boots. A little hard to move around in this water. All right, I think I'll just hang out for a little while in my AFK hut here, and we'll come back every once in a while and harvest this. Hopefully it will be fully frozen over except for that middle strip there. And we'll be able to get ourselves enough ice to start making the item collection system. Oh, look at this. We've got a fox that spawned down below while we were AFKing at the ice farm. What should we do with it? What's he holding there? Looks like an egg. Yep, we got a chicken and a sheep that spawned as well. I'll just leave him there for now. We got work to do. So I'm starting to install some of the transportation tubes, and you can see I've just tucked them underneath the walkway right in the center here. And I brought this one over here because I'm thinking we shall take the iron drops so this doesn't fill up and we start losing iron. And we can also send that just over here and up there into the system. So it runs all the way along here and then kind of cuts over, and then that's where it goes up. and then it starts to go into our sorting system. And I can do that with all 4 cardinal directions, just kind of have them come to the middle and then feed into this. Everything will feed right into that guy right there. And if we go up top, I'll show you how that's working. Typically, I would do this with glass so that I could actually see the items coming through. But in this case, since I don't have glass yet, I decided just to go with this kind of pipe look of all the spruce trapdoors. And so we've got a water column. Basically, all the items will come into here, solid water all the way up, and then it will flow into the system. And then we have to align it basically so that it can straddle these hoppers and the ice at the same time. So as it comes in here, it's going to kind of come over here and get aligned with this chest. And that puts the item kind of like halfway on this ice and halfway on this side where the hoppers start. And because they're halfway on ice, they can continue to just slide and the hoppers can still pick them up. So that's how I did it up here. You can see the ice, it doesn't even look like there's ice. I went from packed ice to regular ice so that we could still open the chest that it's sitting right on top of, because you can't open it with packed ice because that's a solid block. But what we do have to do now is make sure that we don't have any lighting sources up here that would melt that ice and cause a little bit of a mess. So yeah, something to keep our eye on. All right, the transport system for the mob farm drops is hooked up, and you can see we've just got it going straight up from here and over, and it meets up with that guy, and then it makes its way up. And so this is all going to come together. It's kind of remind you of like underground sewage system and how the pipes would work, right? This is all going to be tucked underneath our storage system, and a lot of the things that we're going to build is actually going to be up at that layer, and everything down here is just kind of like maintenance area, right? So you won't ever really see this stuff once it's done, and we can kind of pipe things around as we need to. I'm trying to avoid working on top of the slime farm here, since we know this is a slime chunk, and I think that'll be easy to just take the drops from that and kind of pipe them into this guy as well. But next, I want to also hook up the iron farm, like I said earlier, and then we will have all the drops. So if I AFK here, we'll get iron, and we'll get all the mob drops. In fact, I put in a campfire there, so let's go ahead and turn this on. I am a little bit worried because the campfire is up a little bit, that they might kind of get jammed up in there. So, and I couldn't move this down anymore because in order to have the system to shoot the stuff out of the dropper, we needed to set a comparator down, and this is literally the lowest layer. And couldn't put a comparator on top of a half slab. So anyway, let's go up here, let's turn the light back on. This mob farm hopefully will be back up and running, and we'll start to see some drops come in. And meanwhile, I'll work on getting the tubes for the iron farm done. Okay, this is what I'm curious about. With the zombie in there, oh, he died before the creeper could make it. Yeah, see that? The hitbox of the creeper is literally stopping the next mob from making its way in. And now the skelly's stopping this. So we're going to get a backup of mobs in here. So I might have to make the stairway a little bit higher before we drop them in. And yeah, in order to do that, I'll have to shut it off, of course. Don't want to have to try to get in there when mobs are coming, that's for sure. But at least we can hear the drops being distributed. You can hear them as they come into this dropper. It fires off, and they should be going up this tube. I'll go free cam again so that we can watch it kind of flow. Here they go. And they should go in there and then flow into this guy. Let's watch this go around the corner and up just a regular water elevator. Ooh, I do have soul sand, I just realized. We could put soul sand in there and have it go up a little bit faster there if we wanted to. And then we see it kind of get sorted as it comes through. It'll just get sucked up as soon as it reaches the hopper it's supposed to. So I think, yeah, that was the third one down. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it's working perfectly. The iron farm is now hooked up, and all the ingots and poppies are making their way up, but I have not done the actual sorter for those yet. So I need to get that in before they start collecting. And I think the last one, we didn't even set a filter. So if I don't get that sorted out quickly, pun intended, then we're going to have problems here because the signal's going to bleed over. So I think they're all ending up. Oh, yeah, I'm getting lots of random stuff in here. So definitely need to get 2 more sorters going, and we will be good to go. I think I will actually replace this ice with some soul sand so that it has the bubble elevator and lifts it to the top much quicker, but I don't want to make too much of a mess down here. Oh, that would be really bad if it hit my lava. All right, let's see if we can pull this off. There we go. Professionals. And up here, we've got everything labeled now with what's coming in, including this last row, which is basically just junk, I guess. It doesn't have a sorter on it, so anything that makes it past the sorters will end up in here, including our packed ice that we just broke and went up the elevator. So I think I want to use the free cam real quick and just kind of watch the items come through and make sure everything's working, nothing's getting hung up anywhere. But to me, it looks like it is working fine. And there's our bubble column that we just made. All right, so we've got a mob dying in here. We should hear the dropper fire here in a second. There it goes. All the way up. Oh, this could use a bubble elevator too, maybe. But that's fine. We go all the way over, and we should see them come across into that one, shoot right up, and then we almost missed it there, but it went right in the first slot. That must have been rotten zombie flesh. And here comes some more bones, arrows, perfect. Yeah, the water stream does end right here, and I could put another one in and extend it on, but right now, I think everything is sliding all the way to the end anyway. We did see that packed ice make it, so I don't think it's necessary just yet. And as we expand, of course, we can just put more water in and continue it on all the way to the end. All right, so we know the mob drops are coming in just fine. I wonder if we can watch the iron drops just to make sure that's good. Okay, here it goes. It just fired. Those are going fast. Bubble elevator here. Those are going fast all the way through here. Oh my gosh, everything is super speedy as it comes through and all the way to the end. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it went into the right sorting system there. So if we check, let's see, have we already got enough to start filling this up? Not quite. I think it's still filling up the actual filter itself. Remember, it had to get to 41. Come up here and we'll just double check the filter settings. So this is the iron one. Yeah, not quite there yet. Now it is. Next one it should come in, should go all the way to the bottom. And then just to the left of that is our poppy one. It's kind of cool from here. We can actually see our iron farm and watch for golems spawning. Oh, and here's our first iron coming in. So yeah, definitely working. Awesome. All right, so now I can AFK down there and we can get a ton of mob drops, which we actually already do have a ton of gunpowder. And we got to start trading this rotten flesh with the cleric here, get some free emeralds that way. And we're starting to collect all the goodies. And we have made a ton of progress today. But before we go, I wanted to show you guys something because I didn't mention it before. When we've got ourselves the gravel, we can actually take the gravel with the dirt. In fact, I need one more piece. Let's go still one over here. And now what we can do is actually combine them together to make coarse dirt. So we have 2 dirt, 2 gravel. That gives us 4 coarse dirt. And now we can actually take that. And if we have a hoe, we can turn it into farmland. And then as soon as we harvest that, we just turn 2 dirt into 4. So now we can actually make a much bigger passive mob farm if we want. We can, I guess, start to make some mud and expand our sugarcane farm and probably put it in a better location. And yeah, just all together, we can now have a much better way of getting dirt. So yeah, it was nice to see that we were able to get so much gravel from the trade. And look at that, we can just kind of infinitely do this over and over again. It's a little bit tedious, but at least we can get some new blocks. But I think that is where I will end things today. The video is starting to get long. I do appreciate you guys hanging out for this long into the video. If you did manage to make it to here, please consider hitting that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do that before you go so you don't miss the next one. And with that said, I will see you guys again next time. Have a good one, everyone.